So now we're going to learn some piano chords in the key of G flat. So this is just about the weirdest key that we're going to work on. It actually has 6 flats. The first one we're going to look at is G flat. So here is G flat chord. It looks like a lot like G, except that because of the key signatures and all those flats, it's all flats. So we got D flat, B flat, and G flat. And on the keyboard, it looks like this. So D flat is the bottom most of the 2 black keys, and then B flat and G flat are the outside ones on the 3 black keys. So that's a G flat chord. And this is going to be moving to a D flat chord, and this is D flat on top again, and then A flat and F. So A flat and F. A flat is the middle key of the 3 black keys, and F is just to the left of the 3 black keys. So D flat, A flat, and F. This is a D flat chord. So this is a G flat chord, and this is a D flat chord. G flat, D flat. Okay, so let's look at the next ones. Now we have E and B. Now, we also could call this F flat and C flat, but just so we don't go crazy, we're going to call them E and B. And I want to show you how they fit into this key. So normally we would spell an E chord B, G sharp, and E, but when it's in this key, you got C flat, A flat, and F flat, which is actually B, G sharp, and E. So very, very strange. So it's these 3 notes. So normally this is spelled B, but in this key it's the 4th scale degree, and it's C flat. So you have G flat, A flat, B flat, and C flat. So that's C flat, and then this is actually the flat 7th scale degree in the key. So normally you'd have F would be the 7th scale degree, 2, 7, 1. So it's the flat 7 in this key. So it makes our E chord here. So that's B, G sharp, and E. Or in this key, it is C flat, A flat, and F flat. That's our E chord in this key. And then we're moving to a B chord. And you'll remember B chord is B, F sharp, and D sharp. But in this key, again, we're spelling it C flat, then G flat, which is the root of this key, and then E flat, which is the 6th scale degree in this key. So the B chord is actually diatonic to this key. It's the 4 chord in this key, but you'd probably think of it as a C flat chord instead of a B. But we're going to think of it as a B, so we don't have to think of C flat chord, because it's just so rare. Very interesting. Okay, the next 2, we got E flat minor 7, which features prominently in one of my favorite songs, Body and Soul. So it is B flat, G flat, and E flat. B flat, G flat, and E flat. And this is an E flat minor chord. And it's moving to a D flat 6 chord, which is B flat, A flat, F, and D flat. So B flat, A flat, F, and D flat, which is a D flat chord with the 6th added. So E flat minor, and then D flat 6. So let's review so far. We have G flat to D flat, and then E to B, E flat minor to D flat 6, and the next two we have A flat minor to D flat 7. So A flat minor is going to be A flat, E flat, and C flat, or B. You can call it C flat B. And then D flat 7 is A flat, F, and C flat. So A flat minor is like this. We got A flat, which is the root, E flat is the 5th, C flat is the minor 3rd. And then if you just raise the E flat up to F, you get a D flat dominant, D flat 7 chord. So A flat minor, and then D flat 7. And the last two chords in this key, we have our B chord, which is G flat, E flat, and C flat. And then moving to G flat, D flat, and B flat. So the B chord looks like this. Normally you'd spell this F sharp, D sharp, and B. But F sharp is the same as G flat, and D sharp is the same as E flat. So you can spell these G flat, E flat, and C flat. So this would be technically a C flat chord. If you think about it, the C chord is C, E, and G. So a C flat chord would be C flat, E flat, and G flat. But we're going to call this a B chord. And then it's moving to a G flat chord. Just G flat, T flat, and B flat. So this whole sequence in the key of G flat, we have G flat to D flat, E to B, E flat minor to D flat 6, then A flat minor to D flat 7, then to B to G flat.